Alright, welcome. Today we are going to work on Lesson 5. This is the beginning of Topic B. Topic A covered Lessons 1 through 4. And Topic A covered how to represent numbers in the place value chart, how to understand that the place value to the left is always 10 times that of the place value to the right. Also, we learned how to represent numbers using standard form, expanded form, and word form, naming our numbers, knowing how to read our numbers correctly. So now we're going to work on comparing numbers. First thing we need to know is that this is a less than sign, and this is a greater than sign. And this should be a review for you. I know you've done this in 3rd grade. So remember that the mouth always faces the larger number. So the larger point, the point of the angle is also always facing the smaller number. So 4 is less than 5. 5 is greater than 4. Okay? So now, how do we compare these large numbers? And why? There's lots of reasons we'd want to compare numbers. For example, statistically, you'd want to compare your speed against somebody else's speed. And it could be in the thousandths of a millisecond. Okay? So they're going to have some large numbers there. And we want to compare those numbers. So we want to know which one's larger. So if we have 3010, we're going to put a circle here. Is it greater than, equal than, or less than 2040? In order to figure this out, we can go up to the place value chart, and we can represent this number with place value discs. So we can represent the thousands in the first number. I'm going to draw a line all the way across. My first number is going to go on the top. My second number is going to go on the bottom. So 3,000. I have 3,000s. I have 0 hundreds. I have 1 10 and 0 ones. On the bottom, I have 2,000s, 0 hundreds, 4 tens, and 0 ones. And if I'm going too fast, you can always rewind. You can always listen to this again. Okay? So, since I have my thousands place value is the greatest place value that I have in these two numbers. So, I'm going to start with that number. There's 3 here and 2 here, which means this is the greater. So, 3010 is greater than 2040. Now, what happens when we have two numbers in the largest place value that are the same? Well, we could say they might be equal to each other, which they might, or we can continue looking. So, for example, I'm going to erase this. I'll leave the bottom part. I'm just going to erase this part and redraw my line. Okay, so for example, I have this number. How do we say this number? Yeah, 43,021. Then I have another number. How do we say this number? There shouldn't be that much space there, sorry. 40,302. Well, I'm going to write my numbers. Instead of using place value discs, this time I'm going to write my numbers. So I have 4 in the 10,000s place, 3 in the thousands place, 0 in the hundreds. I have 2 in the tens and 1 in the ones. 2 in the tens and 1 in the ones. On the other side, I'm going to go backwards this time. I have 2 in the ones. I have 0 in the tens. I have 3 in the hundreds. I have 5 in the thousands and I have 4 in the 10,000s. So what is our largest place value represented in these two numbers? It would be the 10,000s place. Right. So this is worth how much? What's the value of this for? It's 40,000. And what's the value of this for? 40,000. But these numbers are not equal. The value of this is what? 5,000. And the value of this is 3,000. So this is 43,000. This is 45,000. So looking at this column, it makes this number the greater number. Or this is the less number. So 43,021 is less than 43,302. Okay? Now let's get out our homework pages. Alright, first thing you do when you get a piece of paper is, what do? We're on page 90 right now. We put our name on it. Make sure you put your name on all of your papers every time. Okay, so we are going to, in this one, we're going to draw place value discs to represent each number in the place value chart. Label the units in the place value chart and then draw the place value discs. So we need to label them. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. I'm going to start abbreviating millions. Okay. And the same thing here. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. I'm abbreviating. I know what they are now. We should know what they are. We've gone over this multiple times. So, we're going to draw a place value disc. They've already divided these up for us. So we're going to put the first one in the top half and the second one in the bottom half. So 909,000. So 909,013 is how we read this number. I'm going to start with my ones. I have 3 ones. I have 110. Going back, I see I have 0 hundreds. Going back, I have 9 thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 10,000s and 900,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now going down to the next number, or going to the next number on the bottom, I'm going to represent the 3 ones, 110. Well, now I have 0 in the hundreds. I have 0 in the thousands, but I have 9 in my 10,000s. So there's 9 in my 10,000s. Well, which number is bigger? Which one has the largest amount in the highest place value? The 100,000s is the highest place value. Well, there's 0 here and there's 9 here, which makes this one the greater number. So 909,013 is greater than 90,013. Okay? Go ahead and work on the second one. Pause the video, work on the second one on your own, and come back and check your work with me. Okay, so I represented 210,005 on the top line, and I represented 220,005 on the second line. Just listening to those numbers, you can tell that the second one, 220, is bigger than 210. Therefore, there should be a less than sign in this circle. Okay. These are the same. So we have to look at this one. This is the greater one. So this one's less. The top number is less than the bottom number. Okay, let's go ahead and go to page 91. Now it says compare the two numbers by using the symbols less than, greater than, or equal to. Write the correct symbol in the circle. So the first one is fairly simple. The first one is just using standard form, comparing standard form. So this is 501,107. Is it greater than or less than 89,171? I can make my place value chart. Okay, so this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. So 501,000 starts in the 100,000s column. 501,107. The next one is 89,000, so that starts in the 10,000s column. 89,171. Obviously, this one's bigger because there's 500,000s here and 0 here. Now when we go back to when we go down to the second one, letter B, we can still use our place value chart. Okay, so this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. No, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 millions. I made one more. 10 millions. Okay? So, we don't need the 10 millions. We don't really need the millions either. So we have 300,000. Well, I'm going to put that here. What is this number? So we have 3 in the 100,000 spot. We have 5 in the 10,000 spot. We have 1 in the 1,000 spot. We have 8 in the 100 spot. We have zeros in these spots. Okay. This one, 605,000. Remember, we have to write this 605. The 5 ends up in the 1,000 spot. 908. Oh, 908. So we have 8 ones, 900s. So you are going to have to translate these numbers, these expanded form and word form, into your standard form. Easiest way to do that is to put it in a place value chart. So then I can easily see in my 100,000 spot that the 6 is greater. So this is the greater number. It actually gets a less than sign because this one's first. So let's look at the next ones. 300,000, 3,000s. This is called unit form. We haven't really talked about unit form very much. However, it's pretty simple. I only need 100. 2, 3, 4, 5. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Still need to know what they are. So here we have 300,000. Well, that's a 3 that goes in that column. Put my line underneath. Here we have 3,000s. We're going to just split these up. They're giving you the place values. 300,000s, 3,000s. That goes in the thousands, not the 10,000s. We have 800s, and we have 4 10s. The rest is zeros. There's nothing marked. It says we have, doesn't say we have 0 10,000s, but since there is no 10,000s, we need to assume that there is 0. Now we can easily put the next number, which is written in standard form, into our chart. Wow! These numbers are what? 3, 0, 3, 8, 4, 3. 300, 3,840. They're equal. but I really couldn't see that till I put them in the chart. Okay, so now I want you to go ahead and try the next one on your own. The next one is comparing two numbers and they're both in unit forms. Go ahead and write those in a place value chart and come back and check your work. Alright, so you're going to check your work with me. I'm going to do this one with you. They didn't put these in order. So we have 500s. We have to pay attention. Where does that go? 500s. It's going to go in the hundreds column. 6 10,000s is going to go in what column? The 10,000s column. And then 2 ones goes in the ones column. So we can assume that there's 0 tens and 0 thousands. Now we have 3 10,000s. That goes in that column. 5 hundreds. And 1 1. They don't have to put the unit form in order. So you really need to pay attention to that. So in this case, the 60,502 is greater than 30,501. It gets a greater than sign. Okay. Number 3, use the information in the chart below to list the height in feet of each skyscraper, from shortest to tallest. So we're going to list them from shortest to tallest, and then we're going to name the tallest skyscraper. So which one would be tallest? So what can I do to do this? Well, I can make a place value chart. I only need thousands this time, don't I? I need a bigger one though, because I'm going to write, I don't know that I really need to label it this time. If you need to label it, you can. I'll label it for you. For those of you that need to label it, you have ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So I put the first number on the top, 1,450, 1,776, 1,670, and 1,483. I can look at the thousands column and say they're all the same. So what column do I need to go to find out which is the shortest one? Which would be the least amount? Right, it would be the hundreds column. So, well, I have 2 that are 4s. Those would be my shortest ones. Those are my shortest towers. So I need to go over to my tens column still. Well, my shortest one is going to be 5. 5 is less than 8. So going from shortest to tallest, it would be 1,450 would be first. Second would be 1,483. Now I can compare the next two. This has a 6, so that would be my third one, 1,670. And then my last one, which is my tallest, would be 1,776. Name the tallest skyscraper. One World Trade Center. So, One World Trade Center is tallest. You need to write a sentence. Okay, to answer your question, you need to write a sentence. Okay, let's go ahead and turn over to the back. I want you to arrange these numbers from least to greatest. Arrange these numbers from greatest to least. Okay. The areas of the 50 states can be measured in square miles. California is, here's California, square miles. Nevada square miles, Arizona, Texas, Montana, and Alaska. Arrange the states in order from least to greatest area. I want you to go ahead and do that on your own. Bring it in tomorrow and we'll go over it. I want you to try this on your own. Use place value charts to help you. Put them in the place value charts to help you figure out which number is greater or less. Okay, I will see you later. Have a great night. Come back tomorrow with your work done. Bye for now.